nearer to the cross. I should have heard this first, and then the Jesus Barabbas example next. But you can understand. Is it Simon of Cyrene or the passerby? I will repeat. Is it Simon of Cyrene who carried the cross for Jesus, or the bystanders, those who passed by, who derided Jesus, who ridiculed Jesus? Do you understand that? Yeah. So, first of all, let us take Cyrene, the Simon of Cyrene. You know, when Jesus was condemned to death at 6 o'clock early in the morning, do you know that? Jesus was condemned to death by Pilate at 6 o'clock early in the morning. From 6 to 9, he was carrying the cross. And when he was, carrying the cross, he was not able to carry it, he falls down. The 14 stations of the cross by the Roman Catholic friends. We must also know that the second station is the first fall. He falls down. I have always tried to see the 14 stations of the cross by the Roman Catholic friends, and I have been cherished by those meditations. So first of all, Jesus falls down around 7 o'clock. At that time, there was a man coming from the field. It says he was coming from the field. Early in the morning, 7 o'clock, coming from the field. What was he doing? He was working in the field all night. And what was his name? What was his name? Simon of Cyrene. And as a New Testament student, I know that Simon the Cyrene is also Simeon the Niger. Simeon the Niger. They both are the same. Father of Alexander and Rufus, according to New Testament understanding. Niger means Negro, who came from Africa. He was a slave working in the household of Jerusalem, rich person, and he was working all through the night, which is Thursday night, in the field. And early in the morning he was coming from the field, returning home. At that time he sees that something is happening. A large crowd is going. Oh yes, they are going to crucify some people. 3 people are going to be crucified. Why early in the morning? Because it was a political crucifixion. All crucifixions were political. Especially this person who was going to be crucified was a well-known person. So that needs to be done amicably without people knowing it. Even then, early in the morning, there were people. So he sees a big crowd and he comes nearer. And he sees that particular person on the ground, not being able to carry the cross. So he was beaten. This person, Jesus, is beaten. At that time, Simon of Cyrene goes, it's an imagination by your pastor. Simon the Cyrene goes to the soldier and says, "Come on man, stop beating him. He's not able to carry the cross. And why are you beating him?" Immediately, the soldiers asked him to carry the cross. They forced him to carry the cross. If you are coming for him, you carry the cross. Okay man, I will carry the cross for this gentleman who is not able to carry the cross. This is how Simon of Cyrene starts to carry the cross to the Golgotha. It's accepted by Matthew, Mark, Luke. John only doesn't bring this Simon of Cyrene incident. I do not know why John is leaving. Then we'll go to the second part of the second pair. Bystanders, the spectators, onlookers, what did they do? They ridiculed Jesus. They mocked Jesus. This is the fact. Someone who was very conscious of Jesus' suffering, who helped Jesus, and some people who mocked Jesus. This is the opposite. Today this is the opposite. Where we are, you have to look up to the cross. Where you are, where I am, we have to look up to the cross. Am I carrying the cross of Jesus like Simon or Cyrene, or am I mocking Jesus? Am I ridiculing Jesus? If you are the Son of God, yes, finish the second law. If you are the Son of God, come down, we will believe you. Who are we? Are we Simon of Cyrene or the mockers? You would certainly say we would like to be Simon of Cyrene. Praise God for Simon. Praise God for this experience of carrying the cross of Jesus. How do we carry the cross of Jesus now? By involving ourselves, simply speaking, in the crosses of the people. There are many people who are carrying the